I waited far too long to give Luxray a try after our latest set release, and boy, golly, am I a Luxray believer after playing with today's deck list. If you are looking for something that can reach past a Drudagon and absolutely destroy your opponent's bench Pokemon while also dealing a large blast to whatever's up front, this card is for you. It works out in practice just as well as it looks on paper when you pair it with the supporter Volkner, letting you blast for that 120 points of damage 2 turns in a row. I was really impressed with this deck's ability to lead on an aggressive 1 energy card like Farfetch and get in a couple of hits for 40. Then, when you finally have your Luxray set up in the back, you can retreat that Farfetch, discarding the energy, and then Volkner it back to hit with the Luxray earlier than your opponent will be anticipating it after your Farfetch has gotten in a couple of times. The Electabuzz lended a nice amount of support in some of these games as well, letting us soften up some of the bigger things in the opponent's background, so that way Luxray could finish them off. Our one of Electivire also showed up and did some work in a couple of the games. When paired with Volkner after Luxray has blown something away, it gets to pump out some pretty consistent damage turn over turn. I would love to hear what you've been enjoying with Luxray in the comments down below. If you enjoy these games, smash that like button. For the rest of the day, have fun. Oh, immediately punished for putting Farfetches in because I can't work up to this. Can I ever beat a Weavile? I'm not sure I could ever beat a Weavile here. Hey Jeff, how are editors usually paid? Is it per video or percent of ad revenue or salary? It really depends on channel to channel. So the relationship I have with my video editor for the Hoaglandia channel is that I pay them 50% of the ad revenue that the videos generate with a guaranteed minimum of $50 per video. So the pocket stuff has been performing pretty well, so they've been getting higher than the minimum so far. But like at the end when like the Snap channel was winding down, they were getting only the minimum because those videos weren't making much money. I actually think one of the most disappointing things about YouTube as a platform is just how little higher quality stuff gets rewarded. Like we recently stopped putting the box in the corner of our videos that has like which packs the cards are in, because it was just like too much work to like double check and proof it, because most of the people putting together content, their deck presentations at the start. Some of them even just use the deck editor inside of the client, and they still get plenty of views. So it's like, well, if you're gonna get plenty of views anyways, you might as well do less work. Was almost hoping they'd knock out the Electabuzz, so I'd have to spend that energy to switch it. Let's put that energy in the bin for Volkner later, though. I'm curious, you see an uptick in Pocket viewers as the game has been out longer. Yeah, Pocket stuff is trending upwards. Viewer numbers after this expansion are the strongest they've been for me. And the average view counts per video are looking solid. Do I have a favorite deck this set so far? The Ms. Magius aggro deck that I posted this morning is early contender for favorite thing I've played so far, for sure. Farfetch, a little awkward with our Pokeballs at the start, but paying dividends here almost immediately. Mirror open a God Pack. Yeah, I opened 2 God Packs during Mythical Island, actually. Unless they have double potion, we're done here. Luxray just cleans them out. Does 120 to anything? Yeah, just checkmated. No Weavile, and we were a-okay. If they would have had Weavile to start, we would have been run down, but without the Weavile, our slow start was able to beat their slow start. There could also probably be a reasonable argument to be made that, like, if we have Luxray for reach back behind their active, do we also need Electabuzz to do the same thing? When I talk about the alternatives and things we should maybe do differently, I try and talk about the why and think through the details instead of just being like, card's bad, why are we playing this? There aren't enough Darkrai Magnezone players in the queue. Argue the opposite though, right? Like, I think it's not that hard to theory craft a deck that's good against the Darkrai Magnezone. So taking your deck that should be good into Darkrai Magnezone into the random queue, honey. So taking your deck that's designed to be Darkrai Magnezone into the random queue and seeing how it fares against everything else is really important. Because the thing you gotta understand, even if Darkrai... One, it's unclear how much better Darkrai Magnezone is than the rest of the format and if it's gonna stay on top. But 2, even if it is going to stay on top, it's unclear how popular it's going to be, right? Like, even Mewtwo at the peak of its popularity was barely hitting 20% of the metagame. So, like, if you're, you know, 70 or 80% against the best deck, but they sure got me. They red carded me when I've played 0 copies of Professor's Research. It's both good deck building and gameplay right there, gamer. You keep it up, you're gonna go far, kid. Gonna go real far, red card in 2025. Yes, Pokemon communication makes red card even worse than it was previously, because it means people have more chances to redraw the stage 2s you're taking away from them, and Pokemon communication makes players' hands smaller, meaning the card advantage part of red card is bad. I don't know. And if you're not familiar with the basic statistics, here's a video breaking down mathematically why red card is bad. Nah, with the Volctor, I'm just gonna Luxray. I think if we cook this Melmetal here, they don't really have a shot. The old Volt Bolt. Like a couple of seasons ago when people like had bad options or were like building their decks bad, like there were plenty of them, sure, because they were being played a lot, but like it's been almost completely pushed out now, yeah? Alright, so we have to finish the Melmetal in the back here. And then neither of us have a lot of energy, but I have better Pokemon on the board at this point. I did one tournament with a Pikachu deck at one point, and my conclusion was 7 basics was not enough for that deck, so I think there's some optimization to be done there. Yeah, hoping to explore it at some point. Yes, it's definitely not the metagame anymore, for sure. I want to maximize my chance of drawing a basic here, so I do this and then this. Oh, look at that. We're playing against Gyarados gamers. Checkmate on to the Electabuzz truthers. Imagine being an Electabuzz truther when we queue into Gyarados. I think it's really amusing when people attribute me not willing to back down from a position I've done a lot of research and math on as me being hostile or mad. I'm not hostile or mad about people talking about or trying to say red card is good. I'm just confident that they're wrong. And I get that the way that I don't sugarcoat it or like hold people's hands or don't like politely tell them why they're wrong. Like people are like, "Oh, you're angry," but I promise you, I've been streaming for 12 years, almost 13 years, and the number of times I've been genuinely mad on stream, I could probably count on one hand, and they're almost never related to gameplay reasons. It's almost always related to something else that happened. Hoagland's a confident die. I am incredibly confident about the things that I have spent a lot of time learning. If I am not confident about something, I will let you know that the thing I'm discussing I'm not confident on or unsure about. I do my best to choose my words very carefully, so it's clear when I'm giving you something that's a subjective opinion versus something that I'm like, yeah, this is just accurate. This is how this works. We can retreat and then Volkner to clear the Vaporeon and then they're cooked. That's so good. That's so good. And now they're on no energy? Oh, yeah. They need triple Misty Heads to not be dead here because we have second Volkner. Or they need, like, Potion Cape. Luxray definitely seems like a card that figuring it out is going to pay dividends. It's like the details are murky. This is an impressive game here. What a freaking travesty. What a freaking travesty. Someone asked, you have to keep track of your Volkner energy in your head. You do not. So you can click on your discard pile and here's your Volkner energy. So we win this, yeah? We win this. I go duck, quack you for 40. So long as they don't discard the energy off this Electabuzz, we charge Electivire with the Volkner and win the game. Or 7 ace to win the game and beat the triple Misty Heads. Cool. All right. What a sick game. Absolute sicko. I would like one fully cooked Gyarados, please. Whoop. We have the power. Ooh. I'd like to dedicate that dub to the duck. Yes, a lot of games used to really force the esports competitive side for communities that didn't really want them. And a big part of that too was because like esports was very buzzwordy, right? Like there was a ton of venture capital money to be made on the esports side of things for a long time, speaking as someone who fell backwards into a small amount of it at least. I've got a Tempo Storm jersey upstairs in my closet. That brings some nostalgia sometimes. Okay, so we hit this. We hit this. Here. I go first energy, they go star me, clear this. I go second energy, evolve, they star me, clear this. I go third energy, Luxray clears the star me. So powering this up means I have a path to victory here. I guess I could have put the energy on the Farfetch'd and ducked them here, because if they don't have the Starmie, I would clear it, and if they do have the Starmie, Volkner would bring the energy back. I do need to draw another basic this turn to not be dead to Sabrina, though, which is yet another reason to have 6 basics in my deck, right? For spots like this. Perfect. Do I X-Speed out Electabuzz? That's better than Farfetch'd, yeah? So I think I burn my X-Speed and hold the Electabuzz. 6 basics get so much value in these decks that are all 1 knockout points. There's a lot of games where you just stall like this. Now, second Starmie plus Sabrina will beat us if I don't draw Electivire here. There's the Sabrina we were playing around. So now they need another Sabrina, which is not impossible, but it's unlikely. Fitting room for 2 of those in is tough. We even top decked the Electivire. That's so sad. All right, hopefully they just don't have second Starmie Sabrina. Should we snipe the Staryu first? Sniping the Staryu first means I lose to second Sabrina as opposed to losing to second Sabrina plus second Starmie. So I want to clear the Starmie first because it reduces the permutations of cards that, or makes the permutation of cards that beats me less likely. Making them have 2 cards to beat us is better than making them have 1 card to beat us. I think I'm a Luxray believer, gamers. I think I'm a Luxray believer. Open on a duck? Open on a duck. What's the math on Duck versus Darkrai when Darkrai's going first? It's not good for the Duck, right? They hit me to 40, I hit them for 40, they hit me to 20, I hit them for 40. I guess I do want to quack them at least once though, right? Because I want to get them into Luxray's 120 range. Even if they retreated out, getting damage marked on here is a lot of value. And this is kind of classic Duck. If we would have had first energy advantage, it actually lines up super favorably into this, yeah? So we're gonna get quacking here, and then if we need to find a Volkner and a Luxray. If we find those, we're gonna be in a real solid spot. Even a single quack here means Luxray clears this through a cape, which is solid. I could go energy here this turn, quack them. Gosh, it's close. And then there's a question of, do I put this out and quack them again and let this take the hit? I think that's the play. There could be merit to retreating the duck here. But if I retreat the duck and they cape or potion, I'm in so much trouble. I think I need to mark damage on here so I'm clearing it through a cape or a potion. Well, I don't even have to hope for Vulcaner the way this lines up. So they go energy, hit this. I put Electivire up. They hit us for 80. And then I put second energy. And then when they clear the Electivire, my Luxray is ready to clear the Darkrai. So Vulcaner will like guarantee the win, but I don't even need it to clear this. Yeah, cool. All right. So we do this. So make sure we don't get Marsed or something here. Honey. I guess we die to Sabrina. We do die to Sabrina here. No Sabrina, no problem. Magnezone with Palkia. Yeah, I could see that. That could be okay. That's a good type of deck building thinking you want to be having. Magnezone with things that you want to charge up, essentially. And we're going to vibe on playing the duck out because I have communication we might want to trade it in with. Which is another reason to play more basics in these stage 2 communication decks, because they give you more ways to get to your stage 2. I'm going to Pokemon Communication before I attach my energy, because if I roll into Electabuzz, I want to put the energy on that. As soon as I'm attacking with Luxray is 2 turns from now, so there's not really any reason to evolve rather than hide here, I don't think. He's so adorable. Look how cute it is. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Is Dialga underwhelming? I think Dialga with Melmetal is underwhelming. Dialga with Yanmega has some pretty solid stats. All right, and we've got Dub's Vulcaner here. The video after the stream is done today will be a Dialga Yanmega for my preferred build. They don't have the big fish, so this game is over. Because I have 2 Volcaner. If you're looking to cook Gyarados, chat, let me tell you, boy, do we have a deck for you. Between Electabuzz and Luxray. You think Melmetal is doomed to being bad? No, Melmetal's actually a card I want to explore with. I think there's a good chance Melmetal Skarmory is potentially good. But I think a deck building dynamic we have to have in this metagame is you can't lead an EX into a non-EX Pokemon under most circumstances. If you're starting on an EX, you need to be finishing on an EX. So if you wanna mix and match EXs and non, you give me another fish to cook. And I have the other Volkner queued up here, so. Technically I should play these 2 basics out, so that way, what's it called? So that way they can't, like, red card me, or they're less likely to take my Volkner away, I suppose. Skarmory. Skarmory is a really good card in general, yeah. How many times do I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Charging Blazer. Let's do the Volt again. It's just a shock to the fish. Gonna knock out the frog. Do 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 do. Be do 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 do. You should play these games for fun. It used to be once upon a time that the only reason we played video games was because we enjoyed playing them. And I think it's really sad how much the average adult gamer has been incredibly manipulated by predatory carrot hanging in front of them systems that they can't fathom playing a game unless that game is going to give them some type of carroted reward. And I hope more games become like Pocket rather than Pocket become like other games that have to constantly lead people with a carrot on a stick. If playing games of Pokemon Pocket doesn't spark joy for you, you should find another game that when you play it, it sparks joy for you. It's one of the facets that capitalism is to blame in no small part for it, right? Like, part of the reason why gamers feel that way is we're trained that we need to monetize every aspect of our lives. So if you're not getting value while you play or from playing your game, it feels like it's not worthwhile to be engaging with. That kind of super hyper toxic, I need to be generating and making money in some way from everything that I do. Okay, so Luxio into this, and then I can back this out, discarding an energy, and then they'll kill the duck, and then I can Volkner on the Luxray, plus my energy to clear the ninja. Do I want to retreat this, though? I think I want to retreat it, so that way I could have the Electivire. Because I have another Volkners. The extra Electivire could be good in a pinch. I think I sit on this for now. Rude. I could have kind of played around this by playing this out, but that's fine. I think once we cook this with Luxray next turn, the game ends on the spot. So we have 1 lightning energy in my discard pile. You wanna communicate and dig for another Electabuzz down the line. Farfetch'd is so sweet in spots like this, because, like, if we didn't have the other Volkner, we could just retreat this out and put the duck up and get Quack in. But, like, obviously we have this and just get to cook another frog here. Do you think Pokemon will announce Pocket at Worlds this year? Absolutely not. I really hope it'll be part of the 2026 Worlds, but I think it's probably too far into the 2025 season for Pocket to be a part of it there. But yeah, there's a strong organic interest in competitive Pocket, so I hope that's something that Pokemon tries to mature as part of the game.